We may be afraid of them, but in reality they are more afraid of us. Shrek, DreamWorks ogre mascot, and Sulley, Monsters Inc.'s top scarer. I'm one fish mob, and it's my job to see who would win in a fight. The land of Far, Far Away and Duloc. Fictional lands filled with many fairy tale creatures and mythical monsters. But none of these creatures are as feared as the ogre. Ogres in this world are seen as man-eating beasts who will cause mayhem willingly or when angered. But that all changed when one fateful day shined a new light on all of ogre kind. That light is known as Shrek. But it wasn't always like that. Back when Shrek was 7, his parents had to follow ogre rules and kick him out of the house and tell him no one would ever love him. Forced to live on his own, Shrek had to adapt and become as strong like his fellow ogres. Shrek's natural ogre strength is immense. He is able to lift over 12,000 pounds, easily twice his own weight. He uses this strength in the fighting style he prefers most, wrestling. He usually uses his strength this way by overpowering his opponent. Even though Shrek can use other weapons like staffs and swords, he'd much rather stick with his fists, and despite being 600 pounds, he is surprisingly agile. He's capable of dodging swarms of arrows and keeping pace with far more experienced opponents. And if it comes down to a normal fisticuff, he is extremely durable to blunt force trauma, being able to withstand a fully charged kick from Donkey in his groin. And note, those hooves are not soft either. But his most useful tactic in combat is his roar. His ogre roar can scare any human or almost any fairy tale creature away, and the winds it creates can push a crowd of people across a smooth tiled room. But this does not work on every creature. Beings like dragons or giants aren't as easily scared off. Being an ogre, he is naturally disgusting and is proud of it. But even his combat experience reaches all the way to here as well. And this brings us to his most powerful attack, the Super Fart. Similar to Wario's Waft attack, this explosion of gastral wind spreads across an entire room or arena, sending shockwaves that sends his opponents flying out of the arena. As well, he can use all kinds of potions at his disposal. The attack boost potion doubles his strength and power. The durability boost potion grants Shrek twice as much health as he started off with. And the athletic boost potion doubles his speed and allows him to jump twice as high. But his most powerful potion is the happily ever after potion. This potion allows someone to experience true love. If two people drink this potion, they will fall in love. And this love will stay permanent if they kiss each other by midnight. So in other words, it's the most powerful love drug in fiction. Shrek has done many feats over the years. He defeated Duloc's top 15 knights, is extremely brave in the face of impossible odds, rescued an entire kingdom, and even fixed the flow of time itself. But he is not perfect. Most of his victories or feats relied on help from friends who joined him on his quest. Despite being durable to blunt attacks, he is extremely weak to sharp objects like arrows or swords. He can be arrogant at times or let his pride blind him to reality, and surprisingly, he has a low self-esteem which can be seen in all the Shrek movies, and he can still fear if it will change his life in a big way, like being a father. Yep, Shrek has overcome many obstacles over his life, yet he still has to overcome some still. As a kid, we are always told that there are monsters hiding under the bed or in our closets, waiting to scare little kids while they sleep. Usually considered myth, this is actually more fact than you think. For if you go past the doors, you enter the world of monsters. The monster world is a land isolated from our reality. Here, everything is reversed. Monsters rule the world, monsters build cities, and, you guessed it, monsters are afraid of humans. However, they need to scare humans to collect their screams to power their cities. And the ones that do it are the scarers. And the most legendary scarer of all time would be James P. Sullivan. Descended from the Sullivan lineage, he is a naturally born scarer due to his appearance. He attended Monsters University before being expelled and got a job at Monsters Inc. with the help of his friend Mike Wazowski. But despite having a reputation of being a nice guy, he is not afraid of fighting, especially if it means surviving or helping someone he loves. He sports a pair of horns, fangs, and spikes that runs down his backside, although he usually prefers using these as a last resort and would rather use his fists and tail. Occasionally he will use scream canisters. Scream canisters are storage containers designed to hold laughter and scream energy. When he uses it, it sprays scream energy out like a flamethrower and can paralyze the opponents for a short time. But scream energy can be used up rather quickly and lasts a short time. But his main tactic for scaring people is his roar. His roar has broke many records, successfully scared an entire slumber party and group of armed park rangers, and can be used in combat to damage opponents. But Sulley is not just scary, he is also strong. On a scarer card, Sulley's bio says he can bench press over 5 tons, which means his max strength limit is over 10,000 pounds. And this can be supported by the fact that he can rip through steel pipes and bash through plywood. He is also extremely acrobatic. He can perform mid-air jumps and flips and double jump over 30 feet into the air. Over the years, Sulley has changed a lot of things in his world. He was Monstropolis' top scarer, became the new CEO of Monsters Inc., scared countless numbers of kids, survived falling down an avalanche, and survived many shocks from glowing sting urchins and never even flinched. But due to monster beliefs, this caused many flaws. Due to monsters fearing kids as toxic monstrosities, they are not allowed to go physical with their scares. Most of his most impressive scaring feats had help from Mike. He prefers not to fight. He once let his pride of his lineage get in the way. His natural weapons are a last resort, and he has only been trained to scare. In the end, Sulley is a monster with a heart of gold who is willing to fight for the greater good.
Fight!
So why did Shrek win? Well, both of them had crippling weaknesses, that's for sure. Whereas Shrek relied on physical help from friends and has a low self-esteem, Sulley never got physical with anyone and prefers not to fight. But Shrek was the only one with actual fighting experience in this battle. He was stronger and more durable than Sulley, and his attacks had a stronger damage count. As well, Sulley may have had the agility advantage and even had access to one of Shrek's weaknesses in the form of his claws, horns, back spines, and teeth, but Shrek could easily compensate with his potions, specifically the durability and athletic boost potions. In short, Sulley may have been far faster and had the range advantage, but it didn't help since Shrek was just far stronger, far more durable, and far more experienced. Looks like Sulley has just been outscared. The winner is Shrek.